First, I want to thank you for graciously. I support your plan to end the war in Gaza, which achieves our war aims. It will bring back to Israel all our hostages, dismantle Hamas's military capabilities, end its political rule, and ensure that Gaza never again poses a threat to Israel. For their peoples. President Trump just said it. Your plan is consistent with the 5 principles my government set for the end of the war and the day after Hamas. Everybody asks, what is your plan for the day after Hamas? Here's our plan. Passed it in the cabinet. All our hostages, both those who are alive and those who died, all of them will return home immediately. Hamas will be disarmed. Gaza will be demilitarized. Israel will retain security responsibility, including a security perimeter for the foreseeable future. And lastly, Gaza will have a peaceful civilian administration that is run neither by Hamas nor by the Palestinian Authority. Quite a few. But if we could try to mitigate them or put it on a different footing. But if Hamas rejects your plan, Mr. President, or if they supposedly accept it and then basically do everything to counter it, then Israel will finish the job by itself. This can be done the easy way, or it can be done the hard way, but it will be done. We prefer the easy way, but it has to be done.
And I hate even saying this from the standpoint, doesn't sound right, but it is. But if accepted by Hamas, this proposal calls for the release of all remaining hostages immediately, but in no case more than 72 hours. So the hostages are coming back. The hostages back, that includes. And it means the immediate end to the war itself, not just Gaza. It's the war itself. Under the plan, Arab and Muslim countries have committed, and in writing in many cases, but I actually would take their word for it, the people I mentioned, I'd take their word for it, to demilitarize Gaza, and that's quickly. Decommission the military capabilities of Hamas and all other terror organizations, do that immediately. And we're relying on the countries that I named and others to deal with Hamas. And I'm hearing that Hamas wants to get this done too, and that's a good thing. President Donald J. Trump of the United States, that's what I want to ensure the success of this effort, my plan calls for the creation of a new international oversight body, the Board of Peace, we call it, the Board of Peace, sort of a beautiful name, the Board of Peace, which will be headed, not at my request, believe me, I'm very busy, but we have to make sure this works. The leaders of the Arab world and Israel and everybody involved asked me to do this, so it would be headed by a gentleman known as President Donald J. Trump of the United States. That's what I want, is some extra work to do, but it's so important that I'm willing to do it, and we'll do it right, and we're going to put leaders from other countries on, and leaders that are very distinguished leaders, and we'll have a board, and one of the people that wants to be on the board is the UK former Prime Minister, Tony Blair, good man, very good man, and some others, and they'll be named over the next few days.
It looks like finally, we have a deal to end the war, the bloody war in Gaza, and bring all our people back home. This is very, very good news. President Trump, like he said, is totally committed to bringing peace and prosperity to this region, and this can only start with the ending of the war in Gaza and bringing back all our people.
אני יותר אופטימית, למרות שאני קצת פוחדת עדיין להיות כל כך אופטימית. אני פוחדת לא להתאכזב שוב. אני ממש פוחדת, אנחנו למודי סבל וניסיון רע מאוד של עסקאות שנרקמו והתפוצצו לנו בפרצוף. אבל אני רוצה לשמור על אופטימיות, שאולי סוף סוף הסיוט שלנו ייגמר.
Well, I think that any proposal that ends the conflict in Gaza and prevents further civilian casualties is a positive development. I think that it is a win for everybody. President Trump gets to have his peace deal. He will also serve, along with the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister of Great Britain, will serve on the Peace Council or the Peace Board. The conflict will end for the Palestinians. The Israelis can also retrieve their hostages and those who died in captivity. And eventually, I think if everything goes well, Palestinians will be able to govern their own. I think that eventually they have to. There is no other choice. I mean, everybody agrees that Hamas cannot and should not have any role in the future of Gaza. So I think that's a settled issue. I don't think they have any other choice unless they really want to bring more bloodshed and resist.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.